The mighty story of David and Goliath. Long ago, in the valley of Elah, two armies stood face to face. One, the army of Israel, trembling in fear. The other, the Philistines, led by a monstrous warrior. A giant. A champion. Goliath. He was over 9 feet tall. His armor weighed more than a man. His voice thundered across the valley like a beast from the underworld. And for 40 days, he mocked Israel, mocked God, daring anyone to face him. No one moved. Until a boy arrived. His name was David. The youngest of 8 sons. A shepherd. A singer of psalms. A boy who talked to God while tending sheep. He wasn't a warrior. He had no sword, no shield. But he had faith. Unshakable faith. When David visited his brothers on the battlefield, he heard Goliath's challenge. And while the men of Israel cowered, David stood tall. Boldly. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God? They laughed at him. Even his brothers scolded him. But word reached King Saul. And David was brought before him. Saul. You are but a youth. He has been a warrior from his youth. David, confidently. When I kept my father's sheep, a lion came. I struck it down. A bear came, I seized it by the beard and killed it. The Lord who delivered me from them, will deliver me from this Philistine. Saul offered David his armor, but it didn't fit. David took it off. Instead, he chose 5 smooth stones from the brook. He carried his shepherd's staff, his sling, and his faith. As he stepped into the valley, Goliath laughed. Goliath, mocking. Am I a dog, that you come to me with sticks? Come, and I will feed you to the birds. But David didn't flinch. David, shouting. You come to me with sword and spear, but I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel. This day, the Lord will deliver you into my hand. David ran toward the giant. He reached into his bag. He slung 1 stone. It struck Goliath right between the eyes. The giant stumbled, and fell to the ground. Dead. The earth stood still. The Philistines gasped. A shepherd boy had defeated a giant with a single stone. Because his trust wasn't in his strength, but in God's power. The armies of Israel rose with a mighty shout. The Philistines ran in fear. And David, no longer just a boy, became a legend. But he never claimed the glory. He gave it to God. Not by sword or spear does the Lord save, for the battle is the Lord's. 1 Samuel 17 verse 47. Conclusion, a lesson for all. David's story isn't just about a boy and a giant. It's about faith that refuses to fear. It's about courage in the face of mockery. It's about believing God is bigger than the impossible. So when you face your giant's doubt, fear, sickness, rejection, remember. You don't need a sword. You don't need armor. You just need a heart that trusts in the living God. The end.